Hi everyone, so this is a video that I've been putting off for a while to explain the eligibility guidelines that passed in this year's budget, the FY25 budget that just passed. I'm going to start by saying that there are major changes to the General Assistance Hotel Motel program, and this is not easy to have to communicate because it really is going to have some bad outcomes for people. And I don't feel great about it. But I want to make sure that you are aware, because I believe wholeheartedly, and we at End Homelessness Vermont believe wholeheartedly, that people should know what is happening and their rights. So I'm going to get right into it. So the first thing that I want to make sure that you know is that End Homelessness Vermont is not employed by the state, and we cannot determine outcomes on our own, but we're available for support for individuals and in navigating the systems, especially when folks are experiencing or living with a disability or medical condition or need support of other kinds because of a complex case. So you can reach out to us at 802-489-6534 or on our email at endhomelessnessvt@gmail.com. We're much quicker to respond by text or email, so make sure that you do that if you're able. So, in what the legislature decided, there is an extremely limited number of days. There will be about 5 months, a little over 5 months, that people who are eligible will still have to figure out something else or be outside. And I do not take lightly that I'm telling you that. I believe that people deserve to be continuously sheltered and hope to work towards this in the next legislative session. So the first thing that you need to know is that what the legislature decided is that these are the day limits, the amount of days that people will have in general assistance hotel, motel, shelter. Those who meet eligibility, and I'll go through what that is in a minute, will be allowed 80 days in a 12-month period. That means the day that you use your first night of shelter, starting July 1st of 2024, is the beginning of your 12-month period. And you have 80 days that are rolling within that 12-month period. And so if you use your first day on July 1st, then your next 12 months will start the next July 1st. So it is the recommendation of End Homelessness Vermont that you use one day then if you're able. Additionally, any household that meets eligibility requirements will have access to emergency shelter as long as a room is available in General Assistance Hotel Motel program from December 1st to March 31st. If you don't meet eligibility, then there is no access to emergency shelter in General Assistance Hotel Motel program. And we're, of course, extremely worried about that because it is going to leave vulnerable people outside. We'll talk in just a minute about what they're doing to hopefully create shelter, and we're certainly going to be pushing that actually become available and accessible in a healthy way in time for people to use it. Something really important to note is that beginning September 15th till December 1st, and then from April 1st of 2025 to June 30th, there is a room cap across the state, and it will be 1,100 rooms. And right now, for reference, we use over 1,500 rooms at this time, over sometimes 1,600, 1,700. So this room cap is going to leave even people that qualify outside. So you want to take that into consideration when you're budgeting your days. There will not be access to emergency shelter if you go over the cap. Again, this is something that we are going to be working to fix in the next legislative session, but at least from September 15th until December 1st, there will be room cap. During winter weather, there will be no such room cap. So that's important to note. There's no room cap during winter weather. It'll be subject to available rooms that they just have access to across the state. Okay, these are the eligibility criteria that the state decided. If you are 65 years of age or older, have a disability that can be documented by SSI or SSDI, or a disability variance form, which many of you have already filled out, are a child 19 years or younger, or have a child 19 years or younger, are pregnant, this is any trimester, it used to be just third trimester, so that's a big win, and have experienced the death of a spouse or domestic partner or minor child that caused your loss of housing, or have experienced a natural disaster such as a flood, fire, or hurricane, or are under a court-ordered or constructive eviction, or you're experiencing domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, stalking, human trafficking, hate violence, or other dangerous life-threatening conditions that relate to violence against the individual or household member that caused you to lose your housing. So those are the qualifying factors. We're going to put up our flyer with our fact sheet. There's a couple of ways that sometimes the department doesn't count a qualification, but the Human Services Board always has under eviction and constructive eviction. So we want to make sure that we do give you some information about that as well, and that will be in our fact sheet. So the brief overview of the $10 million the legislature put in the budget to create emergency shelter is that this is supposed to be specifically for categories of people who don't qualify, aren't eligible, and it's supposed to be so that they have access to emergency shelter that is, because winter weather is not accessible to them. We're going to have to push really hard to make sure that's done in a good and healthy and humane way, and we're going to be doing that for sure. So that's the brief overview. I'm going to come on in a few days and give you a more detailed overview of what that might look like. Please reach out to us with any questions. We're always here to support you in navigating the system, in supporting you through the process of accessing emergency shelter, and help you understand the rules, connect you to the right supports or services, and help you through the emergency. Or if you are living with a disability or medical condition and you need ongoing support, we're also available for that. So reach out to us, 802-489-6534 or End Homelessness VT at Gmail, and we're much quicker by text or email. Thanks so much, and I'm so sorry that this is the news I'm delivering, but I hope that knowing it will make it easier for your next steps.